All right, so let's talk about conversions again. Okay, let's talk about, say, for example, in as many example, if I want to look at a gasoline tank, say a small gasoline tank and it has 13 gallons, and I want to know, okay, how many milliliters is that? Well, I need a conversion factor from gallons to milliliters. So if I want that conversion, look this up, or it may be handy right next to you. But essentially, we can go by this. We know that 1 gallon, and remember, I'm going to use less significant digits, roughly 3.79 liters. Okay? And we represent liters just with L. All right, big L. Now, when I'm looking at this, if I have a problem, and the problem is telling me I have a 13-gallon tank, right? So I have 13 gallons. If I have 13 gallons and I want to figure out how can I convert it to liters, well, first and foremost, right, this is my desired. You always have two things that you're looking at. You have your given unit, and you have your desired unit. Okay? You have your given unit and you have your desired unit. So if I have 13 gallons, right? If I have 13 gallons and I know the conversion is this, which I'm going to show you two of the ways that this can be represented, and you may see this in other slides, is that we'll have 1 gallon divided by 3.79 liters. Or this can be represented 3.79 liters over 1 gallon. In this instance, we have gallon at the top. Remember, anytime we're trying to figure out the desired value, whatever it is given, these need to cross out. So we have 3.79 liters over 1 gallon. Okay, so 1 gallon, this knocks this out. 13 times 3.79 is 49.27. Now keep in mind, this is what we're going to learn next, is the significant digits. There are two significant digits here, right? If I'm looking at this, this should actually be 49, and remember my units should be 49 liters. Okay, that should be my answer. All right, if we move on a little bit forward, let's talk about significant digits. Okay, let's do a few examples. So say for example, number one, if I have this scenario, if I have say 0.00258, these zeros are not significant. If it has only zeros in the beginning and does not have a non-zero number in the beginning, then these are not significant. Therefore, I have only 3 significant figures. Okay? I say 3 SigFigs. That's how we abbreviate that. So 3 significant figures. All right, that's one of the first scenarios. Remember, if you see no non-zero numbers, then we know that these are not significant. If I go into the next one and I go 1.0085, these now are what? They are significant. So I technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SigFigs. Okay, 5 significant figures. Okay. If I have this scenario where I have 1, 0, 1, this is 3 significant figures. Okay. Now, if I'm looking at another scenario where I have here, there will be several scenarios, 1, 0.0. We need to think about this. Well, there's only zeros. It's not capped off or anything like that with a non-zero number. So are these significant? The answer is yes. There's actually 3 significant figures in here. Well, the key thing that you want to remember about significant figures is that as long as there is a non-zero number preceding all of the other zeros, okay, and has a decimal place, that is significant. So we need those to really make sure they're significant, okay? So remember, a non-zero number preceding all of the zeros, okay, as well as a decimal place, okay? Decimal place is critical in figuring out the number of significant digits. If we keep going, if we say we have 1.3 times 10 to the 5th, Well, it's a little tricky, right? This can be extended out, but the question is, what is shown? Well, what is shown is actually only two significant digits. Okay, so that is significant digits. Just like another scenario. What if I have 1.000? Well, this is actually going to be four significant digits. Okay, all right. What about if I have this number though? Well, in this case, it's a little bit different. The reason being is that there is no decimal place. So we don't really know if these zeros are significant. So, some mathematicians will say it's only one significant digit, but it's really ambiguous. It's unclear if whether or not these are significant. So we can't say it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? It could be either one of these. So you want to keep in mind that if you see something like this, it's ambiguous. It's unclear on how many significant digits are really shown here. Okay. All right. So let's go a little bit more into significant digits. Let's try another one. Let's do 0.05050, right? How many significant digits? Well, we would say four sig figs. Okay. All right.